Have you ever wondered why as we grow older, our social lives change so dramatically? In this video, we delve into the fascinating transition from vibrant sociability to peaceful solitude that many experience with age. Discover the hidden reasons behind why friendships evolve, why solitude becomes more appealing, and how embracing this change can lead to a more fulfilling and stress-free life. By watching until the end, you'll gain valuable insights into maintaining meaningful relationships, finding joy in alone time, and navigating the challenges of aging gracefully. Whether you're approaching your golden years or simply curious about the dynamics of social change, this video offers practical advice and heartfelt stories that will resonate with you. Don't miss out on understanding how to create a balanced and happy life as you embrace the beauty of both connection and solitude. If you are not subscribed, subscribe and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Now, let's begin. Reflecting on the tender years of our youth, it becomes abundantly clear just how deeply we cherished those simple yet profoundly meaningful moments of inviting friends into our homes. These gatherings were not merely about sharing a meal. They were about creating a sanctuary where our true selves could flourish without the inhibitions often imposed by the formal and sometimes sterile environment of restaurants. In the comforting embrace of our own spaces, conversations flowed effortlessly, imbued with laughter, shared secrets, and the kind of unguarded honesty that only true friends can foster. I can vividly recall the warmth of these moments, the way the sunlight streamed through the windows, casting a golden glow on familiar faces, making every visit feel like a cherished ritual. These home gatherings played a pivotal role in strengthening the bonds of friendship. It wasn't just about the act of visiting. It was the reciprocal nature of these interactions that laid the foundation for enduring relationships. Sometimes, it was our turn to open our doors, extending a heartfelt welcome to our friends, while other times, we were honored guests in their homes. This beautiful give and take created a tapestry of shared experiences and memories, each thread weaving a stronger connection between us. As days turned into months and months into years, the depth of these relationships grew, rooted in the genuine care and mutual respect that were so prevalent in those early days. However, as time marched on, a subtle yet profound shift began to take place, a shift that left many of us feeling disheartened and nostalgic for the simplicity of bygone times. It is truly disheartening to witness the gradual erosion of sincerity in our modern social interactions. The once prevalent authenticity in our friendships seems to be giving way to a pervasive sense of superficiality and pretense. The heartfelt conversations that once flowed so naturally are now often replaced by forced pleasantries and hollow exchanges. It's a heartbreaking realization that genuine connections, those built on trust and mutual understanding, are becoming increasingly rare in today's fast-paced and often insincere social landscape. This decline in authenticity is not just a societal issue. It deeply affects us on a personal level, leaving many of us yearning for the genuine bonds we once took for granted. The age-old adage, "Those who approach red become red, those who approach ink become black," poignantly encapsulates this troubling transformation. In a world where hypocrisy has unfortunately become the norm, it is understandable that many of us have begun to reassess and alter our perceptions of what true friendship entails. I find myself growing more cautious and reserved, hesitant to invite others into my home not out of mistrust, but as a protective measure against the inevitable disappointments that come with insincerity. The idealistic expectation that friendship should be free from ulterior motives or hidden agendas now seems almost unattainable in a society where authenticity is often overshadowed by the desire to fit in or impress. Consider the poignant example of old Lou, a man who has gracefully embraced the beauty of solitude as he enters his 50s. His life story resonates deeply with me, serving as a powerful illustration of how one's approach to relationships and personal happiness evolves. Lou has learned to find profound contentment in his own company, whether it's savoring a quiet afternoon tea, tending to his beloved garden, or casting his line into serene waters for a day of peaceful fishing. These simple yet fulfilling activities offer him a sense of purpose and joy that bustling social interactions, which often feel superficial, fail to provide. When friends do choose to visit him, they prefer meeting at a restaurant rather than stepping into his home, marking a significant and emotional shift from the past when such visits were a norm. A relative of his once expressed surprise at this change, remarking, "You were so warm before. How have you become so distant now?" Ellie's response was both insightful and deeply moving. He explained that as we journey through different stages of life, our lifestyles inevitably change. The experiences we accumulate over the years bring about a transformation in our mindset, especially as we age. Having witnessed and endured much, Lee's priorities have shifted towards a quieter, more introspective existence. The relentless pace and superficial connections of his earlier years have given way to a desire for meaningful, albeit fewer, relationships. He recognizes that many of those who seem to come and go frequently were not the true friends he once cherished, leading him to distance himself from such transient associations. This transition from exuberant sociability to serene solitude is a journey that many elderly individuals undertake, often out of a deep-seated need for peace and genuine connection. There is a profound wisdom in choosing to surround oneself with authenticity rather than maintaining superficial politeness that lacks true meaning. Lee's life exemplifies this conscious choice, opting for genuine connections over the hollow semblance of social obligations. Most elderly people, like Lou, develop their rhythms and habits, finding solace and happiness in their personal spaces and the company of truly beloved family members. Their lives become a testament to the beauty of simplicity and the enduring value of sincere relationships, standing in stark contrast to the often fleeting and superficial interactions that characterize much of contemporary social life. Moreover, this shift toward solitude and genuine connection highlights a deeper philosophical truth about the human condition. As we age, we become more attuned to our inner selves, seeking fulfillment and contentment from within rather than relying solely on external validation. This introspective journey fosters a greater appreciation for the moments of true connection, making them all the more precious and meaningful. It also underscores the importance of quality over quantity in our relationships, teaching us that a few genuine friends can offer more profound joy and support than a multitude of superficial acquaintances. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. In today's world, where the pace of life often feels overwhelming and the pressure to conform can be stifling, old Lee's example serves as a poignant reminder of the importance of staying true to oneself. It encourages us to seek out and nurture the relationships that truly matter, those that are built on trust, respect, and mutual understanding. It also invites us to embrace moments of solitude, not as a retreat from the world, but as an opportunity to reconnect with our hearts and minds, finding peace and fulfillment in our own company. The evolution of our friendships and personal preferences as we age is both an inevitable and deeply human experience. The innocence and openness of our youth lay the groundwork for lasting bonds, but the complexities and challenges of adult life often test and transform those relationships. Through introspection and experience, many of us learn to prioritize authenticity and meaningful connections, much like old Lou. Embracing solitude doesn't signify a loss but rather a transformation, an opportunity to rediscover oneself and cherish the genuine relationships that withstand the test of time. It is a beautiful reminder that true friendship and personal happiness are not about the quantity of our social interactions but the quality and sincerity that underlie them. As individuals gracefully transition into their twilight years, a noticeable shift often occurs in their social interactions and daily routines. Many elderly people find themselves increasingly hesitant or outright unwilling to visit others' homes with the same frequency or enthusiasm they once did. This reluctance is not merely a matter of personal preference, but is deeply rooted in the complex emotions and practical challenges that accompany aging. The vibrant, carefree spirit of youth gradually gives way to a more contemplative and cautious approach to life, where the ease of socializing becomes overshadowed by concerns about convenience and the potential for unintended disturbances. I find this transformation both understandable and profoundly poignant, as it reflects a natural desire for comfort, stability, and peace in the later stages of life. One of the most compelling reasons behind this hesitancy is the perception that visiting others can inadvertently lead to disruptions and complications. In old age, each family's circumstances are uniquely intricate, shaped by years of shared experiences, evolving relationships, and individual needs that may not always align harmoniously. Elderly visitors, despite their best intentions, often find it challenging to navigate these intricate dynamics. They may struggle to fully comprehend or adapt to the current household environment, leading to feelings of being out of place or even causing unintentional friction. For example, a friend might extend a warm and genuine invitation, motivated by fond memories and a desire to reconnect, yet the reality of the host family's situation might not be as welcoming as anticipated. This disparity can leave the elderly visitor feeling like an unwelcome intruder, a situation that is both heartbreaking and discouraging. Allow me to share a deeply touching story about my neighbor, Uncle Ma, which beautifully illustrates this dilemma. Uncle Ma is a beacon of warmth and simplicity, someone who approaches life with a carefree attitude and an unwavering kindness that endears him to everyone around him. One day, much to his delight, he unexpectedly ran into a high school classmate within our community, a serendipitous and heartwarming encounter that filled his heart with immense joy. At 60-something years old, reconnecting with a friend from his youth was an emotional and significant moment for Uncle Ma. His classmate, perhaps not fully grasping the implications of the invitation, welcomed Uncle Ma into his home with promises of shared meals and drinks. Knowing Uncle Ma's love for convivial gatherings but also recognizing his lack of drinking companions, the invitation seemed like a perfect opportunity for regular, joyful socialization. Initially, Uncle Ma was overjoyed. Every weekend, he eagerly prepared a variety of homemade dishes, filled with love and care, to bring to his classmates' home. These visits were moments he cherished, as they provided a sense of camaraderie and belonging that is so precious in old age. However, over time, a subtle yet unmistakable change began to surface. Uncle Ma noticed that his classmate's wife greeted him with an increasingly strained and uncomfortable expression. Despite these visual cues, Uncle Ma, ever the optimist, continued his visits, firmly believing that he was a welcomed guest whose presence was cherished. It wasn't long before the truth revealed itself in a painfully honest manner. After several visits, his classmate finally confessed, "Every weekend you come to drink. My wife and children have strong opinions about it. They feel their lives are being disturbed." This revelation was a poignant and eye-opening lesson for Uncle Ma, who had initially taken the invitation at face value, misunderstanding the underlying sentiments behind it. This heart-wrenching experience underscores a crucial and often overlooked aspect of elderly life: the fine balance between companionship and intrusion. Frequent visits, even those born out of genuine affection and a desire for connection, can sometimes lead to unintended consequences. The fear of loneliness and the yearning for meaningful interactions are very real among the elderly, making companionship through regular visits seem like a lifeline. Some elderly individuals who share a strong bond with their neighbors or friends relish these frequent interactions, finding joy and fulfillment in each other's company. These relationships can make their days feel more vibrant, providing a sense of purpose and belonging that is invaluable. However, the reality is that too much social interaction can sometimes backfire. With more people and conversations, there's an increased likelihood of misunderstandings or inadvertently saying something inappropriate, which can lead to unnecessary tension and disputes. From a deeply personal perspective, I find myself reflecting on the delicate and often fragile nature of social interactions in old age. The desire for meaningful connections must be carefully balanced against the potential for causing unintentional disruptions. It's a bittersweet reality that highlights the importance of empathy, understanding, and communication in our relationships with elderly loved ones. We must strive to recognize and respect their nuanced needs, ensuring that our gestures of kindness and friendship do not inadvertently cause them stress or discomfort. This requires a level of sensitivity and awareness that goes beyond superficial interactions, delving into the very heart of what it means to support and cherish those in their later years. Moreover, the emotional toll of feeling like a burden or an unwelcome presence can be profound for elderly individuals. It can lead to feelings of isolation, sadness, and a diminished sense of self-worth, which are issues that society must address with compassion and proactive support systems. Community programs, support groups, and thoughtful social planning can play a significant role in providing the right balance of companionship without overwhelming the elderly with unwanted or frequent visits. Encouraging activities that promote social interaction comfortably and respectfully can help alleviate feelings of loneliness while respecting personal boundaries. In addition, the role of technology in bridging the social gap for the elderly cannot be understated. Virtual visits, online communities, and digital communication tools offer alternative ways for elderly individuals to stay connected with friends and family without the physical strain or potential for disruption that comes with in-person visits. These technologies can provide a sense of connection and engagement, allowing the elderly to maintain meaningful relationships while preserving their comfort and independence. Ultimately, the journey through old age is a deeply personal and emotional experience, marked by a desire for both connection and peace. It is a time when the simplicity of being understood and valued becomes paramount, and when the delicate balance of social interactions must be navigated with care and compassion. As a society, we must strive to honor and support our elderly loved ones by fostering environments where they feel both connected and respected, ensuring that their golden years are truly golden, filled with joy, dignity, and the peace they so richly deserve. Miss Wong, a resident living on the upper floor of her apartment building, often finds herself enveloped in a cloud of frustration and disappointment. She frequently expresses her feelings by declaring, "I'd rather stay home alone watching dramas than visit others." This poignant statement isn't made lightly. It encapsulates the deep-seated conflicts and emotional turmoil she's been grappling with, particularly concerning her relationship with her daughter-in-law. These tensions were ignited and exacerbated during her visits to her son, where instead of fostering familial bonds, the interactions led to harsh scolding and a sense of rejection that left Miss Wong feeling both hurt and misunderstood. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment below to let me know that you are still here with me. Despite these ongoing familial struggles, Miss Wong remains a pillar of enthusiasm and vitality in her retirement years. Each morning, she can be seen with grace and elegance, dancing energetically in the community square alongside a group of other spirited ladies from her neighborhood. These dance sessions are more than just physical activity for Miss Wong. They represent moments of joy, camaraderie, and a sense of belonging that she dearly treasures. The rhythmic movements and the laughter shared with her peers provide her with a sanctuary from the emotional strains of her home life, offering her a reprieve where she can be herself without judgment or conflict. On days when the weather turns gloomy and rain keeps everyone indoors, Miss Wong and her friends adapt by taking turns visiting each other's homes. These visits are marked by heartfelt conversations, shared stories, and the enjoyment of hearty, home-cooked meals. These gatherings foster a supportive network that Miss Wong deeply values, as they offer her a sense of community and understanding that she feels is lacking in her immediate family interactions. The warmth and companionship she experiences during these times are a stark contrast to the coldness she endures at home, highlighting the importance of these friendships in her life. However, during one particular visit to Ma Li's home, an innocent and seemingly harmless conversation took an unfortunate turn. The topic of discussion veered towards relationships with daughters-in-law, a subject that holds personal significance for Miss Wong. In an attempt to express her frustrations, she casually remarked on her daughter-in-law's perceived lack of initiative at home. Additionally, she commented on the challenges of being married to an only child, hinting that her son's spoiling had its drawbacks. At that moment, Miss Wong intended her comments to be light-hearted and offhand, perhaps seeking empathy or understanding from her friends. Unfortunately, her words were overheard by her daughter-in-law, who misconstrued them as harsh criticism and a lack of respect. This misunderstanding had profound repercussions. Miss Wong's daughter-in-law felt deeply hurt and offended, interpreting Miss Wong's remarks as a sign of blatant dissatisfaction and a belief that she had married above her station. This perception created a wedge between them, fostering an environment of discomfort and tension within the family. The once harmonious household became a battleground of unspoken resentments and unaddressed grievances, leaving Miss Wong feeling isolated and powerless to mend the fractured relationships. In the aftermath of this incident, Miss Wong was engulfed in a wave of hurt and regret. She yearned to reach out and explain the true intent behind her remarks, hoping to bridge the growing chasm between her and her daughter-in-law. However, her attempts at reconciliation were met with a cold and indifferent attitude from her daughter-in-law, who seemed unwilling to forgive or understand the context of the comments. To compound her distress, her son chastised her for what he perceived as gossiping, further alienating her and intensifying her feelings of inadequacy and rejection. This cascade of negative interactions led Miss Wong to a painful realization. Visiting her family had become an unbearable experience fraught with emotional pain and conflict. The weight of these unresolved issues and the persistent tension made her dread each visit, transforming what should have been moments of familial bonding into sources of anxiety and sorrow. As a result, Miss Wong chose to withdraw further, seeking solace in solitude rather than facing the ongoing discord that awaited her during family gatherings. Reflecting on her experiences, Miss Wong poignantly states, "It's enough to dance together, talk less about others, and afterward go home. No need to get too close. Too many words might get twisted." Her words are laden with sadness, resignation, and a deep sense of emotional exhaustion. This statement not only underscores her desire for peace and simplicity, but also highlights the profound impact that strained relationships and miscommunications can have on an individual's well-being. Miss Wong's journey is a deeply moving narrative that sheds light on the complexities of family dynamics and the delicate balance between maintaining personal relationships and safeguarding one's emotional health. Her story evokes a strong sense of empathy, as it illustrates how easily misunderstandings can escalate into enduring rifts, and how the yearning for harmony can sometimes be overshadowed by hurt feelings and unspoken grievances. It serves as a poignant reminder of the importance of clear communication, empathy, and understanding within families to prevent the erosion of bonds that are meant to be sources of support and love. Moreover, Miss Wong's active involvement in her community, despite her familial challenges, speaks volumes about her resilience and determination to find happiness and fulfillment outside the confines of her troubled home life. Her dedication to dancing and maintaining strong friendships highlights her ability to seek joy and connection even in the face of adversity. These activities not only provide her with a sense of purpose but also demonstrate her unwavering spirit and refusal to let familial strife dampen her enthusiasm for life. Economic disparities wield a profound and often insidious influence on our psychological well-being, shaping our interactions and self-perceptions in ways that are frequently underestimated. Imagine living within the same community, surrounded by familiar faces and shared spaces, yet each family traverses its distinct financial journey. The diversity in economic conditions means that some households bask in the comfort of financial stability, enjoying the luxuries and securities that come with prosperity, while others grapple with the relentless pressures of financial uncertainty, facing daily challenges that breed anxiety and stress. This stark contrast in living standards creates a silent yet palpable divide, one that is invisible on the surface but deeply felt beneath. When families remain within the sanctuary of their own homes, these economic differences rarely surface, allowing for a harmonious coexistence unmarred by tension or envy. Each family can maintain their unique lifestyle without the constant comparison to others, fostering an environment of peace and mutual respect. In this private sphere, individuals can focus on their personal growth, nurturing their relationships, and building their futures without the looming shadow of economic disparity casting doubt or discomfort. However, the dynamics shift dramatically when these families begin to interact more frequently, especially in contexts where economic differences are stark. Picture two families visiting each other's homes regularly. One affluent, with an abundance of resources and opportunities, and the other less fortunate, struggling to make ends meet. The wealthier family, perhaps inadvertently, may showcase their prosperity through their home decor, the latest gadgets, or the ease with which they navigate their daily lives. These subtle displays of affluence can create an environment where the less affluent family feels a sense of inadequacy, their struggles, and limitations highlighted against the backdrop of their visitors' abundance. This scenario can lead to an uncomfortable atmosphere, where the less wealthy family might feel judged or inferior, even if no overt judgments are made. The psychological impact of such interactions cannot be overstated. Feelings of envy, inadequacy, and resentment can take root, eroding the bonds of friendship and community that are so vital for a supportive society. The wealthier family, on the other hand, might remain oblivious to the discomfort they are causing, perpetuating a cycle of misunderstanding and emotional distance. This phenomenon transcends age and extends even to the elderly, who one might assume have transcended such comparisons. Yet, even in their twilight years, the subconscious tendency to measure one's life against others persists. The desire for a better life, greater security, and enduring happiness is universal, and it is never too late to yearn for improvement. When interactions between families become arenas for silent competition, the elderly can find themselves grappling with feelings of regret or longing, reflecting on what could have been rather than embracing the present with gratitude and contentment. From my perspective, it is disheartening to witness how economic disparities can corrode the very fabric of community and friendship. The essence of human connection is meant to be nurtured through empathy, understanding, and shared experiences, not strained by the weight of financial inequalities. When visits between families become battlegrounds for subtle one-upmanship, the emotional toll is immense. Individuals burdened by the constant need to compare themselves to others can experience heightened stress, diminished self-worth, and a pervasive sense of dissatisfaction that undermines their overall well-being. In light of these challenges, I firmly believe that it is healthier for individuals and families to prioritize their own lives and personal growth over the compulsion to engage in frequent social interactions that highlight economic disparities. By consciously limiting visits that might lead to discomfort or jealousy, people can cultivate a sense of inner peace and contentment, focusing on what truly matters: personal fulfillment, meaningful relationships, and emotional well-being. Embracing a lifestyle that respects each other's boundaries and acknowledges diverse economic backgrounds can lead to a more harmonious and supportive community. This shift toward selective socializing is poignantly evident during festive seasons, which traditionally serve as times for joyful gatherings and heartfelt greetings. Holidays like New Year's Eve were once synonymous with exuberant celebrations, family reunions, and the warm exchange of good wishes. However, there has been a noticeable transformation in recent times. Many now prefer the solitude of their homes, choosing to spend these special occasions in quiet reflection, catching up on much-needed rest, or immersing themselves in the digital world through phones and other devices. This change raises a poignant question. Have people lost interest in traditional celebrations? In reality, the decline in communal festivities is not necessarily due to a loss of interest in these cherished traditions. Instead, it reflects the overwhelming demands and exhaustion of modern life. The relentless pace of daily responsibilities, work pressures, and the constant bombardment of information can leave individuals feeling drained and disconnected. Genuine emotions and meaningful connections often take a backseat to the hustle and bustle that defines our contemporary existence. As a result, the essence of traditional celebrations, which thrives on personal interactions and shared joy, becomes diluted and overshadowed by the sheer exhaustion of keeping up with life's demands. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 3 below to let me know that you are still here with me. Socializing and visiting, once meaningful avenues for strengthening bonds and sharing joy, now frequently feel hollow and purposeless. The emotional depth and sincerity that characterize these interactions have been eroded by the superficiality and fatigue that pervade modern social life. Unless we find ways to decelerate the frenetic pace of our lives and allow our hearts to reconnect with tranquility, these interactions risk becoming empty rituals devoid of true sentiment. The relentless acceleration of life shows no signs of abating. In fact, it only seems to quicken, driven by technological advancements, societal expectations, and the unending quest for productivity. In response to this accelerated pace, solitude emerges as a preferred lifestyle, offering a much-needed respite from the constant demands and allowing individuals to find peace within themselves. Embracing solitude does not mean abandoning social connections altogether. Rather, it signifies a conscious choice to prioritize mental and emotional well-being over the compulsion to maintain superficial relationships. Solitude provides an opportunity for self-reflection, personal growth, and the cultivation of inner peace, elements that are essential for a fulfilling and balanced life. Moreover, The preference for solitude underscores a deeper longing for authenticity and meaningful connections. In a world where interactions are increasingly mediated by technology, the richness of face-to-face communication and the warmth of genuine human connection are often lost. Solitude allows individuals to reconnect with their true selves, fostering a sense of authenticity that is difficult to achieve in the superficial interactions that characterize much of modern social life. By choosing solitude, people can reclaim their time, energy, and emotional resources, investing them in pursuits and relationships that truly matter. In essence, while economic differences can create invisible barriers that strain our mental and emotional well-being, recognizing and addressing these challenges is crucial for fostering a more harmonious and supportive community. By prioritizing personal peace and fostering genuine connections free from the shadows of comparison and envy, we can cultivate a more fulfilling existence for ourselves and those around us. It is through this conscious effort to transcend economic disparities and embrace authentic relationships that we can build a society grounded in empathy, understanding, and mutual respect. Ultimately, the journey towards achieving psychological balance in the face of economic disparities is deeply personal and profoundly communal. It requires a collective acknowledgement of the diverse financial landscapes that shape our lives and a commitment to creating environments where every individual feels valued and respected, regardless of their economic standing. By embracing this inclusive mindset, we can bridge the psychological gaps that divide us, fostering a sense of unity and shared humanity that transcends the limitations imposed by economic conditions. As we've explored, the impact of economic disparities on our psychological well-being is far more complex than we often realize. It goes beyond simple financial differences, affecting our sense of self-worth, our relationships, and how we navigate the world around us. The truth is that even subtle imbalances in wealth can create emotional gaps that are hard to bridge, and it's important to be aware of how these dynamics play out in our daily lives. So, what have you learned from this discussion? Is there a particular insight that stood out to you? How do you think this understanding might shift the way you interact with others or handle your challenges moving forward? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Please share with us one thing you've learned and plan to put into practice in your own life by commenting below this video. If you found this content valuable, don't forget to leave your comment, like the video, and share it with your friends. And of course, subscribe to our YouTube channel for more insightful discussions like this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.